According to a report from Axios, Joe Biden apparently had another one of those fiery phone calls with the group that he's trying to lock down in support of him. This is the center-left New Democrat Coalition. This is on Saturday, so bear in mind this is before the attempted assassination of Donald Trump. And the call left the representatives more anxious than reassured about Biden's chances for re-election. So once again, he has a call that's designed to reassure them, I've got this thing, just support me. And it seems to have had the opposite effect. One representative who's on the call but remains anonymous says, that was a complete disaster. We saw the same Joe Biden from the debate, which is the worst possible outcome, I think, from the Biden camp's point of view. He was apparently grilled by the representatives over what his plans are to win the election. And apparently his plan is to just blame everyone else. So in response to Representative VC's question asking how Biden plans to win back disaffected voters, Biden said in part that members need to do a better job advertising his administration's accomplishments. So they're the problem, not him. And the voters are the problem, not him. Members of the call stated that Biden started shouting at Representative Jason Crow when he asked Biden about low public confidence in his cognitive abilities. He apparently went off on a tangent and challenged the Coloradan to, quote, name me a foreign leader who thinks I'm not the most effective leader. Tell me who the hell that is, Biden continued, without directly addressing the fact that this is about voters lacking the confidence, which is just an empirical fact. He says it's dead wrong that foreign leaders lack confidence in him and exclaiming, I don't want to hear that crap. Well, I mean, you didn't hear that crap because that's not what the question was. You decided to make it about that. And again, you're not winning people over. Not with the way that you're delivering that, not the person you're talking to, and not with the strategy of just blaming everyone else. You need to come up with novel, new ideas for how you're gonna get through to people, not just keep saying we have big challenges or I'm secretly the best. I don't think that's actually helping his position.
So I don't know if it's the senility that's kicking in and making him more surly. And I'm sorry, but that's what happens. And so, but he won't tell us what his diagnosis is. So we just have to guess at it. I think if you're running for president and you are the president, you have an obligation at this point when there's very, very legitimate questions about the status of your mental health. And 8 out of 10 Americans are worried about the status of your mental health. That's a giant number that you should tell us, hey, here's the Parkinson's test, here's the cognitive test, et cetera, right? And I'm perfectly happy to have Trump take those as well, obviously, right? But if you don't do that, then we're forced to guess. Is it the senility that's kicking in? Or have you always been a jerk? And my guess is and it's not a guess, it's based on what I've seen reported throughout my entire career. It's never highlighted because the mainstream media does such a great job of covering up for politicians. Oh, we won't need to access, et cetera. But has Biden been surly behind the scenes for most of his career? Yes, yes. He's known for attacking his staffers, he's known for yelling. But that doesn't match his sweet grandpa from Scranton image. So it's just like the Fred Thompson red pickup truck. And I've told the story 100 times where he goes and takes a limo to the red pickup truck and then a limo back from the red pickup truck when the press reports only the pickup truck. It doesn't tell you that he came in a goddamn limo, right? So in the case of Joe Biden, they tell you, oh, regular Joe from Scranton, right? But they don't tell you that behind the scenes, he's always yelling at staffers and he's totally self-obsessed and he's a bully. So he comes in here, whether it's his current mental state or because that's how he's been. They ask him very legitimate questions and what, 3 questions?
Yeah.
You're gonna talk to congressional Democrats that aren't sure that you should stay in the race and you're only gonna take 3 questions? And the minute that anybody challenges you a little bit and then the people in the room say, Crow was not out of order at all, that it was a very polite question about, a tough question and a tough circumstance, but he did it in a polite way. He was not disrespectful. And then you're gonna tear into him and then hang up basically. And the next guy up was Quigley, who has actually asked for Biden to drop out. And before he got to Quigley, all of a sudden he had to go to mass. Oh, you didn't know that when you scheduled the call? Or did you schedule it for only taking 3 calls because you're not up to this?
Thanks for watching. Our audience has helped build TYT into the media giant it is today. Together, we can accomplish anything. Support our work and join us at tyt.com/team.
And so there's 2 different parts here, guys. Him yelling at the Congress people and not answering their questions and being totally obstinate. Second part is they say he was a disaster and looked like he was like he did in the debate. So if you're forgetting what you're saying, you're not making any coherent sense, and then you yell at people, that is an epic disaster.
Yeah.
The only way now that they don't pull Biden from this race is if they decide, oh, we're all gonna lose. Let's just surrender. And that is an actual thing that they are considering right now.
Yeah, we're going to turn to that actually very shortly. Look, what he has going for him is that, people report on these calls, there's leaks, we discuss them, but this is obviously way less public than like his foreign policy press conference. So like if he can maintain some semblance of having it together in the public things, like maybe the Lester Holt interview or the complex interview, which we'll get to, then the calls I think are less likely to hurt him in the public side. It might hurt him more amongst Democrats, which is why it matters more if there's sort of like an idea that he can be forced to leave. But if they've decided to surrender, then it doesn't even matter if he's having these bad phone calls.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.